Algebra 2, 27.2, I'm on the back, the review number 12, where I has to factor the cubics. And this is typically the hardest one because there's no numbers, you're dealing with all these variables. They're all cubed. And notice that I wrote down the pattern because of the minus sign. Here's the a cubed minus b cubed pattern when it factors a minus b and then a squared plus ab plus b squared. So we just have to figure out what a and b are based on this. Now remember to go from a cubed to a, b cubed to b. We're just taking the cubed root. So this x cubed y cubed would then become xy minus cubed root of both of these becomes zw. So now I've already got this first part. A minus b is represented by this. So each a is now xy. So every time I see an a in here, I'm going to plug in xy. And each b is now zw. So every time there's a b, I'm going to plug in zw. So for this spot right here, a squared, instead of a, now that's xy squared, plus ab, a is now xy, b is now zw, plus b squared, zw squared, and I can tell I'm going to run out of room here. Now when I simplify all this, xy to the second power raised to the second power becomes x squared y squared. Multiply these. Notice that none of these are the same variables, so all that's going to happen is they're just going to go right in order. So there's not going to be any squares or anything. X, y, z, w. That's it. Get rid of my little parentheses. Then the very last part now is squaring the zw, which becomes z squared w squared. And there's my factored form. xy minus zw, x squared y squared plus xy zw plus z squared w squared.